my name's Nick and this is That British Homestead. Today I thought I'd take you through everything that is canning related. As you can see, I love canning and I can hundreds of jars every single year. And I do that mainly, I do water canning. I find water canning super easy to do. And I do like everything tomato products. If you think about like some pasta sauce, barbecue sauce, ketchup, you name it, tomato wise, I will do it. Whereas there's certain other things that I just won't can anymore. I've pretty much tried canning everything, but there's certain things that I personally just can't bear the texture of, or that I just dislike in some way. So there is that. But there are some things that I've tried this year that I'm definitely going to be trying again. One of those things is some of these some of these apples. These apples were such a epic win this year, and I did try them with cornstarch. This is with cornstarch. You can see how nice and thick it is, right? There's like a lot of gel in there, whereas of course it's going to be right behind me. This is without. I got it. So without, do you see how much water's in there? Like, it is so watery. I was getting out of the bath. That's okay. Don't worry about it. So you can see the difference between these two. I definitely will not be doing these ones again. You can see how watery they are. They're exactly the same recipe, but I've put a couple of teaspoons of cornstarch in this bad boy, and it's like night and day. You don't want to put too much cornstarch in it. I use the instant cornstarch because it can get a bit like jelly, like gel, not jelly, but gel. Whereas this is a little bit too liquidy for my personal preference. So I'm just going to put those back. As you can see, I've done absolutely tons of apples this year, and that's because we were given an absolute ton of apples. I really do want to expand into how many apples that we are producing. So we have gone ahead and got 3 apple trees, and I'm hoping that'll be enough for apple juice, which I made on my last video, and it tastes so much better and so much nicer than apples that you buy from the shop. I don't think I'll ever enjoy apple juice from the shop ever again now. I've ruined it. I've got a question. What type of apples are they? So these apples are cooking apples. They are your Granny Smiths. You can use any apples for apple pie. I have used eating apples, but they do have like a little bit like an almost rubbery texture to them. So if you were going to use those, you either have to cut them up quite small or just blend them once they're cooked, because they do have a weird texture. Granny Smiths are really quite soft. And I mean, if you took one of those jars and just mixed it, it would just turn into mash. They're that soft. So that's how we like to have it. They actually prefer it pureed here. I don't actually like apple pie, believe it or not. So what was I saying? Yeah, so we've bought 3 apple trees. One's a Granny Smith, because that's just like the standard cooking apple. One is a I want to call it a crisp. Is it crisp? I can't remember. It is a fake Pink Lady apple tree, because you can't actually buy Pink Lady apples here, because Pink Lady apples are brand. So you can buy a Pink Lady apple tree that doesn't say it's Pink Lady. And I cannot remember for the life of me what the name of the tree is. Gala. No, that's the next one we're getting. Gala's the next one we're getting. And galas are really good eating and juicing apples. So all 3 of those, I'm hoping that we'll be able to have enough juice, enough applesauce, and enough pie filling. And I find the pie filling is just so good to have, particularly this time of year. You can chuck it into pies, you can give it a bit of a whisk and put it into cakes and anything. It's just godsend. Or you could just make some pancakes and spoon some of that on top, so they're still getting a relatively like healthy meal, because it is organic. There's no pesticides, no fertilizers, nothing went into them. So yeah, that was probably my biggest success. My tomatoes, which are behind me, these are all my tomato products. I didn't actually name them because I know that entire shelf is pasta sauce, and it's very deep. It's longer than my arm. As you can see, I can't actually reach the back here, so it's a very long, deep shelf, we probably say we save more tomatoes than we do any other products that we can, and that's because they're so versatile. Tomato sauces, you can use them from anything from pasta sauce all the way to, I don't know, carbonara, no you can't, all the way to bolognese. Anything you can make with these, very versatile. We use it for curries, all sorts. As you can see, they're all different colours. I don't know how well you can see this because I am in my garage. But they're all different colours because we use so many different tomatoes. So it depends on the colour of tomato, what colour sauce you get. And we do rainbow variety of tomatoes. We do 125 varieties of tomato. So it's, as you can see, a massive difference in colour. Hello, 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 welcome. I think that growing loads of really colourful tomatoes really helps with the nutrients level as well. Not just your bog standard Roma tomatoes, in my opinion. So that's what we do anyway. So it's 125 tomatoes. We have whole tomatoes all the way over just to plain tomato sauce. Hello Joe. So I'm just going to show you a little bit of my setup. So these are, the whole of the bottom here is applesauce. This is just empty jars. You get a ton of empty jars. Because obviously we eat this. This is actually our food supply. We don't just do it for YouTube. This is actually messed up my jam this year. As you can see, I was like, I always separate the solids after blending, always. I didn't this year, and that's what it looks like. It's just a whole load of foam. This one is a higher percent. It's heavy, but it's like foamy. It's all got the tomato pulp, the strawberry pulp in it. I just don't think it looks as nice as when, say for example, this is last year where I took all the pulp out. It just looks nicer, doesn't it? And this is stunning. This is the best best strawberries jam that I've ever had. I've also got jars of rhubarb out. We had a very poor rhubarb year this year, so we don't have that much of it. Pickles, these are the pickles that we had for low temperature pickles. This was a game changer. I actually can't stand mushy pickles. Even the idea of them makes me feel sick. But these are actually crispy, like proper crispy as well. I canned them at, I think it was 85. I did a whole video on it. But they are crispy inside, which is a game changer. We eat a ton of those in the spring. Spring is like pickles for me. Let me stand up. But yeah, game changer this year really was getting using cornstarch, which wasn't actually something that's a little bit frowned upon. But I found it quite amazing. This is my sweet chili. This is done with California Reapers, so this is not so sweet. This is very spicy. I did this the other day. I stripped this, so I should really take it off, but I haven't. This is the only 2 jars left I've got of this, so I do have to make some more of it. It was so good. Show me more of your stuff. So interesting. I wish I could do it. If I can do it, guys, you can do it too. It's so easy. I was going to show you my tomatoes next. So these are all my tomatoes, you can see. It's deeper than your arm. That's me touching there. It goes all the way up to my neck. So it's more than a yard long. Okay. So these are all my tomatoes. You've got, these are all roasted. I love a roasted tomato. I think it tastes so much better than normal tomatoes. So if I was smart, I would have made it less deep shelves so it looked a bit more fancy, but it is what it is. Let me see if I can, whoops, just make it. This is a new tripod. Oh, it just says everything, isn't it? It's a new tripod. There we go. I'm just going to bend it down. There we are. Okay, so as you can see, these are a load of tomatoes. I've got ketchup. The ketchup I made, it isn't as good as Heinz yet, but I'll keep making it and hopefully it'll get better and better each year. This is salsa. This was a little bit of a regret this year because I really wish that I did them in this size. This is perfect for salsa because you don't use this much. But what I'm doing is when I open it, I use half a salsa and then I use the next lot for chili con carne, which we love. Yeah, subscribe. Next one are tomato soups. Tomato soup, super easy to make, and all you have to do is shake it up a little bit, and it is liquidy, as you can see. It is more liquidy than the than these ones that don't, like, you can't shake them. They're thick tomato sauces. So they're really good. They're a new thing for us to try this year. Quite excited about it. I'm going to add cream into this once we've opened it, because you can't actually put cream and store it because it goes off. Barbecue sauce is a game changer. This barbecue sauce genuinely is better than any barbecue sauce you can grow in all the shops. This is amazing. We prefer this now as well. So this is my one from last year, and I've thickened it up the recipe this year. As you can see, it does not move. It's thick. Whereas this is the one from the previous year. You can see it's almost rubbed off. Whereas this is this year. Every year you have to improve and see what you like and you don't like. And thicker is better in terms of barbecue sauce. So one more thing that we've tried this year, which we haven't done before, is whole tomatoes. I kind of experimented with these. So these are tomatoes with the skin on. They're cherry tomatoes with the skin on, all roasted. And then these are the ones I've skinned. This is easier to can, much easier. But I have to say it's slightly more bitter than these because of the skins. How do you make barbecue sauce? Good question. And I have an entire video on it. I'll have to find that video and post it to you. Unless Sheridan, could you find my one for barbecue sauce and post it in the group? That would be really helpful. I can't remember what it's called, to be honest. But it is basically molasses, tomato, a little bit of sugar, and tons of different spices. It was on my video about how to make thicker sauce. It's on that video. Give me a sec. She's just bossing it. The next thing I wanted to show you is one of my biggest successes this year, and I'm so excited about it. And it's these sweet potatoes. I've actually still got loads of sweet potatoes left. Look at these. And there's more inside the house and in the fridge. Smashed through these this year. I can't believe I was able to grow sweet potatoes in the UK without a greenhouse. Madness. I didn't think that was possible. Onions, I've actually lost an onion this year. It was a huge one, so I thought it'd be okay, but it just turned to liquid, and you can see I had to throw it out just before I turned the camera on, and it's got a mysterious, disgusting patch. That was an onion. Still got tons and tons of garlic. I might be able to show you. Behind here, this is all filled with garlic. My garlic that I want to say, they're actually a decent size. I had such a good garlic year this year. It was absolutely amazing. Some of them are a little bit small, but most of them are real decent sized. And then I have things at the back like dried beans, which obviously haven't been cooked. I do have cooked beans. If we go down here, right next to the jam, with cooked beans. Those are very good. I grew all of those beans, believe it or not, and I've canned them all. I do that every like 2 years. So I did that last year. There's still a few more left, so until that gets low, I won't be canning anymore. Canned food does last a very long time, but I like to rotate through it. Because it's in the garage, these lids do get rusty. I've cleared them all out. I did have some that were rusty in here, but I will show you what they do, because it's damp in here. But it etches away. Do you see that lid? It edges away and it kind of eats through the lid. So it's really important that you do rotate through your jars if you keep them in a damp environment like this, because they just get rusty. They're only made out of cheap, like each one of these lids are like 10p or something like that. So they're not that expensive. So they are made out of a bit of toot, to be honest. So yeah, that's what I've done this year, and I'm really proud of it. I did expand it by one shelf. Forgot to tell you this. Down here is some juice that I canned, that you just have to shake up the sediment in it. I don't filter any of my juice, it's meant to be better for you. But also, these are the peaches. Here they are. My peaches I grew myself. I love tin peaches, but they are just absolutely perfect. I've only got two jars left. They're like gold dust. They're my favourite. I'm hoping, I've never grown a peach tree this year, So if you know anything about peaches, let me know. But I've had one really good harvest, and before that I had 0. So I'm hoping next year I'll get even more. But it might just be a pipe dream, I don't know. This is going to be a fail. No, it's not too bad, right? These are the potatoes that I've harvested. Some of them are sprouting, as you can see. I go through and I just rub off the potato eyes, they're called. So I pick their eyes out, and they are getting better at storing because it's colder in here. In the summer they were awful. So really, I think, thank you Sharon for doing that. I think I should go ahead and push them to be a bit later, so I'm harvesting them later, because the garage is so good. It's cold in here this time of year, so it'll be really good for storing. But before now, they really struggled. Hello everyone that's coming in. So like I said, every time I come out here, and we eat potatoes every week, so I'm always coming to get them, I'm just knocking their eyes off like this. And that'll be ongoing until they get a little bit... Hi, sorry. My phone completely died, and I should have checked it before. And I have to apologise. Sometimes that happens. I forget to charge my phone, but hey ho. Anyway, check out the Christmas tree. Isn't it pretty? I'm back inside the house now, and I just thought I'd just say, yeah, I'm completely utterly messed up, and I apologise. But yeah, nice Christmas tree. I love this time of year. Right, I'll see you on the next one. Bye bye.